You know, I get frustrated because, the law of Judah, there's a line, right? And I think the reason why Jesus created, or not created, like he did, but I mean like the commandments and stuff thereof, and nothing more or less, is because there's a line. For example, people in authority, it's in plain sight, it tells you about the principality. If there's limitations and this and that and stuff, and they put standards on limitation, tell them why. Don't give subjections because they're not objectives. Objectives are facts. So when you stick to facts and everything and all that, when it comes to, let's just use an example like, feeding the needy and this and that stuff. Okay, then instead of trying to control people with money and limitation and, this and that stuff, farmstead, agricultural stuff and this and that and stuff, animals and everything, where they can make money themselves to provide, and also they can partake in developing. It starts in the community and stuff and all that. That outreach and all that, that's control. Those are deeds of principalities and everything. But when you stick to the line of Judah, God said under the Father through his Son Jesus Christ, and you follow the truth, the life, and the way kind of situation, which I recommend, and also acknowledge the Father and everything you say, do, and think, and hear, and that stuff. So yeah, I think that for financial needy situations and that stuff, for food and housing, that should never, even the Pharisees, like, even though they were hypocrites and stuff, but they still gave out allowances. And then if you think about it, like with Joseph and Pharaoh and all of that stuff that went down in 7 years of bad time, 7 years of good time, where they stored up and everything, but then they gave out grievances. There was this and that stuff, and then other people partook in it, and then it was up to them. Instead of going to the principality and then, becoming enslaved. It's like we don't want to repeat the same thing like Israel, where why this, why that, and, kind of situation when, now I'm kind of judging, I'm sorry. But my whole point is to be useful, not to stunt. Those are deeds of, because God is abundance. Yeah. Overflowing.